As we start off to the top left corner of the map, we are going to have ourselves the Blue Terran. It is Team Liquid's Clem. Bottom right, it is going to be our Orange Protoss player from the Shopify Rebellion, Harstem. Alright guys, last group of this event. Playoffs will happen Tuesday, as they are already starting to look pretty darn stacked. The other European group was topped by Max Pack, so that was a lot of fun as well if you're here for that. That was very exciting, and yeah, we had a good time on with those games on Tuesday as well. Interested as to what we're going to see out of Harstem today, I think, is what I'm really interested about, because Harstem, to me, has been performing very well lately. I really feel like he's been playing good StarCraft, and like I said, just excited to see him go for a little more. So yeah, I feel like Harstem can be the player to... He's almost the underdog in this group, you know, in a way. And I kind of like that, because I actually think he can do very well in this one. It's going to be fun. Expecting a good set of games. As a gamer comes up, a barracks comes through. Cybercore goes down. No surprises just yet. Everything as expected right now is just have ourselves a probe. Moving out onto the map, we're going to be seeing a SCV coming across in response as well, so that will make its way out over here. Gets nibbled by the probe for just a second. Gets turned away. Again, that Cybercore finishing up. The Nexus just over halfway done. Continue to move on through. Reaper heads down to the bottom right as well, so away we go with that. Heading straight across to this other side here, so just getting that on the go. Immediately, again, making its move is going to get in. It's going to start dashing at a couple of these probes, so workers will start to fall. Damage will be done. How much can we do? Is it going to be enough as Adept continues to chase? Obviously, we would love to kind of force this Reaper away here and just stop this from doing too much at all. Factory coming up, meanwhile, the Reactor coming in. And we continue to get ourselves set up with a CC, also build an SCV, also coming through. A few different bits and pieces just being brought in right now as we get that Stargate on the way up from Harstem. So we're starting to see where his early tech is going to take him as well. So again, good to see that. Bring it back over the left-hand side. The Dev's still coming through. Clem building a starport, but that is back at home, so no concerns or anything there. And that's the Dev really is continuing to try and just hunt down this Reaper here. He's going to get a couple shots off on it. It's going to go okay, and this Reaper will continue to be chased away for the moment, so it's going to get pushed back right there. Going to get pushed away, and the Reaper is able to get out alive. Harstem not too happy about that. Feels as though that could have gone a bit better for him, perhaps. Two Hellions dive down the right as the Oracle is going to move up and across the other side, so the Hellions will try and get in for some damage. Straight up into the main. First few probes already dropping off. 4 workers going down. Well, it's not bad though, because that gets cleaned up now. The Oracle did okay also. Oracle gets in for a few SCVs, so that's nice as well. It is a nice little addition. I mean, it's good to kind of undo the work that those Hellions just did, right? So that's definitely a positive here for Harstem for the moment. Going to lose a pylon to the Cyclone drop. Not really much you can do there. I think this is going to lift. Okay, interesting, because the Oracle will activate on the other Cyclone. Pulls away. The Adept's coming over. Stalker gets in. I'm going to go ahead and say that no, it's not really it, because now we're just losing units. We're down an Adept, we're down a Phoenix, we're going to be down a Stalker, down this Adept as well. And obviously the Cyclones don't die because they can just micro back into the medevac. And then back away up the right-hand side. So away they go. As a third Nexus sets up on the bottom side. Charge and +1. All continuing in just for the moment. Smedevac continues to head back to the upper left-hand side. So again, away it goes for just a few moments as Conjuring base continue up. The gateway is still continuing down. As Oracle and Phoenix combo make their way to the upper left. 4 more gateways, Robo facility as well. As the Cyclones do lock in, and they do just push that Phoenix back a little further. Revelation to keep track of things here. Not too much else going on though, just for the moment, so everything else seems to just be settling down nicely. Still getting that charge coming up, the extra gates coming through, the +1 attack, the probes, the simulator, all of that still being brought into play. Orbital will take the chance to land here. Set up on the low ground. Otherwise, just have a couple wheels dropping by. The Phoenix and the Oracle continue to come back on the map. Again, we lost one Phoenix early. The follow-up since then is just needing to, well, apparently donate the next one. And now the Oracle also goes down. So both the Phoenix and the Oracle getting picked away at. As 1-1 combat shield all continue through. The Robo Bay continues up as well. And this army of Clem continues to settle down towards the other side of the map, which is concerning for Harstem. If this is going to come smack him in the face, then that's obviously going to be a little bit rough for him. So let's see how he can do. Oh, Stasis Ward's going to help. I mean, that's a massive aid to start off with, right? Because then at least you're not having to deal with these Cyclones. Buys you a bit of time. Now Zealots show up on the other side as well, so suddenly this becomes a lot more possible for Harstem. Especially if these Zealots get through, get a bit of damage done. You see +2 attack, Robo Bay finishing. Okay, Harstem buying himself time, gets 8 SCVs, and Clem still on the offensive, moving across to the other side. How much can he really commit to that right here? How much is too much of commitment at this point? Army comes back to the right, Zealot still setting up together. We have a couple more mines coming out, the armory on the way, SCVs building. Top right warp prism gets settled there. As you see, the few Widow Mine shots still coming off. Few bio hits going down. Nexus and the Zealots taking shots. Widow Mine's going off. These Zealots still taking some connections. Top left-hand side, the Prism is going to unload a few more units, and it's just going to get those Zealots into that main mineral line one more time. Widow Mine going off. I mean, again, just causing chaos. Zealots are poised to hit the third base as well. Harstem is not going to slow down with this aggression, and that's lovely to see because he needs to bring the pacing to this game against Clem, right? If he wants to do well against Clem, he needs to pace himself well. He needs to keep Clem busy. He needs to be the one that's making plays, not just let Clem control the map, not just let Clem control the game and play to his pace. If you can set the pace yourself, that's great. He pulled these Zealots back, that's fine. He needs to just wait for the best moment, and that's exactly what he's going to try and do here. As you see the Cyclones there, able to grab one Zealot. Set off nice and easily. And the army of Harstem still chilling out down in the bottom right. More bio of Clem coming across through the center of the map. Back over to the other side we go. Just to work his way around and see what can be done. Battery and a cannon on the way up. Blink, extended thermal lance, and +2 coming in. Army comes past that watchtower. Widow Mine gets burrowed up. Just going to be seeing the hallucination. Going to pop out. The Zealot goes down pretty quickly. The Widow Mine shot is the Widow Mines do well. Harstem's Colossi will at least stand up for themselves in this. The Medivacs will load though, and Clem's going to make a dive into the main base. So in we go as the Zealots will come forward. The Marauders will begin to unload here. Couple gates already taking damage. The Zealots continue to come across, and we will just see the Bioforce continue to sit there and fight. There goes one Cyclone. Here go the Medivacs. They're being knocked down here as well. The Zealots and Stalkers continue to push those Medivacs away. Just seeing 2-2 upgrades still on the way out on the side of Clem. So bringing those 2-2s into play, getting those up and running as well. Just making sure that everything is looking good for him upgrade-wise and making sure he can continue to be in the best position he can be at this point of game number 1. quite the game this far. Harstem definitely bringing it. That's why I requested at the start of this. Harstem to bring his best possible game here, and I would say so far he's definitely kind of stepping up to that. So he's definitely doing a decent job so far. Looking to put a Nexus down, looking to take a fifth, or taking this game longer. Of course, Clem is very good at the later game TvP as well, so do not take that for granted. Do not feel as though this is Harstem getting out of, you know, or getting to a stage of the game where he should dominate or anything along those lines. Nothing is a guarantee when you play against Clem and the terrifying TvP that is his. Hi, Hasburrito. How you doing? Thank you so much. 26-month resub. Welcome back. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for re-subbing it up. Using that real hard-earned money to press that sub button. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just out on the map from Clem, going to be those ghosts. Obviously expecting those to step up in a big way here. EMPs, huge against this Protoss force. Weaken up the Colossi, make Disruptors more target fireable. All of these things are generally pretty big positives. Zealots coming on this other side, a little bit of mine connection, pick off one of them. More bio in the center collecting up from Clem. Prism does dive up to the main base, so it gets there. It's great to see as it will go down. At least a few Zealots got in though, and a few Zealots are going to come back in this mineral line as well, so they will continue to stay busy. As the bio comes out, chasing over to that left-hand side, keeping this as busy as possible. Meanwhile, Stalkers and Colossi come back around to the right side. Army just continues to the top. Sorry, excuse me. As EMPs come in from the south. It's definitely a new look on things, as we now have the Vikings chasing. Those Colossi are going to be in trouble. Clem absolutely grabbing the fight he was looking for here. Colossi continue to drop. Stalkers in trouble. Oh, Harstem just lost everything in one fell swoop. The Disruptor, though, is very good. Well, if there's ever a way to survive after that, a Disruptor shot like that would be a big step in the right direction. So that is something at the very least. Simulator goes down there. And we do see this Bioforce will just back it up in the meantime, so just pulling it back right now. Well, that definitely felt as though Clem had just done what he needed to do, and now it feels as though Harstem actually does manage to hold on, but you saw the weakness of Harstem's army, and I'm not sure Harstem's army is going to start looking better than it just did. I mean, he's going to have a lot of Disruptors. He's going to have to hit those Disruptor shots. If he can't hit with those Disruptor shots, he ain't going to be in a good place. He ain't going to be having a good time. That much is for sure. So he needs to be able to do well there. As the Disruptor comes flying in. Don't do too much. Going to take another couple of steps forward. Another Disruptor shot not quite going to connect right there. So let's continue to charge through. And just going to go after more of this Bio. So Bio continuing to take some hits. You have another Disruptor shot firing the Bioforce, able to get away from that, at least for the moment here. Prism still sat overhead. The Zealots obviously tanking nicely. The Prism has got the just Zealots inside, actually, so just waiting for an opportunity to do something with those. Not quite getting that opportunity yet as Stalkers blink, and that's going to be one lib, two libs going down. Disruptor lands for the Ghost. Clem still pressing forwards here. He gets rid of one Disruptor, next one lands. Couple Marauders. The Stalkers could get rid of some of these medevacts as well, take some of the longevity out of this Terran force. That would be amazing. Obviously, Clem's destined, apparently, to push into this position where he's just eating Disruptor shot after Disruptor shot. That is adding up. That is definitely hurting him, and I feel like Harstem is making some progress because of it. Bio coming through again. Disruptors will land for one Viking. The rest of the Bio coming back through. We dodge on the Marauders just slightly. Still more units. The Liberator going around the far right side. Another Disruptor shot up through the center of the map. Still got that Dark Shrine coming through, or Shadow Stride with a couple of Disruptors. 6 more Zealots, making 11 more Zealots. In fact, a whole chunk of Zealots on the way. And the Prism's back in the main base once again, going straight through for more damage over here. How much can we find as the Zealots get picked away at? Bio will hold its own. This gives Harstem a chance to move forward. The Disruptors are on the exposed area here, but that one connects. The target fire wasn't there in time. Now we don't have too much DPS in this army. Mostly Vikings. I mean, if there was any Zealots there, I think this army of Clem would melt very quickly. But unfortunately, there wasn't many Zealots there for Harstem, so a lost opportunity, unfortunately. As the Liberators will siege up once more on this ramp. Army of Harstem gathers back over on the right side. Clem going to come pushing one more time. That's a Disruptor shot! Harstem is living and dying by these Disruptor hits, guys. That is absolutely everything he's playing for right here. As another couple of Disruptors come through. There's a Ghost, there's a Viking. These are the connections he's looking for. As Disruptor shot leads Disruptor shot into just more and more opportunity. That was on setup, though. They're not going to be easy to get rid of, the Liberation Zones. That's definitely going to be somewhat part of the problem here. As we just have the Bio still fighting, the Probes and the Nexus still taking some hits. Disruptors will go through again. Bang, bang. Now the Liberators coming back through. Stalkers on the other side. Marines will continue to drop. Libs will be in trouble, most likely. Disruptors continue to just come all the way by, and this is just going to be Stalkers going after other Stalkers. Going after all the Bio units, and actually Clem is going to get pushed back by me. For how long? Oh, is he even going to get pushed back? The EMPs come down. The Stalkers take hits. The Zealots need to kind of get up and in front right now. If they could do that, that would be incredible. Here they are. Some Zealots showing up as Harstem just says GG's. He doesn't have enough to keep it going. He realizes he's not got the DPS. That's the main issue. He's not killing anything in these trades. And that's going to mean game one goes the way of Clem. But being called, we are getting underway for game number 2. In the bottom left-hand corner, it is going to be our Orange Protoss player from the Shopify Rebellion. It is Harstem. Taking on the blue Terran, top right from Team Liquid, Clem. As we ready ourselves up for game number 2. Max that up, Probe comes around. Probe moves back up to the high ground. Nexus coming in. That Probe is going to drop a Cybercore down. Here's our Reaper. Try and make an impact here in the early stages. Down the bottom left, Adept comes over. Reaper gets pushed away. Stargate, a couple probes, and the Adept will continue out. As the Adept will just chase with this Shade. Heading over to the right-hand side. Adept comes back over. Reaper continues through. Orbital coming up. Just gonna see. We'll take the Watchtower. Cyclone and a couple Marines all building through. The Adept will continue to shade on by and towards the center. Adept will just chase that Reaper all the way out of there. Just for the moment. That gets pushed away. Adept will continue to shade on up. A few Marines are going to come through, try and chase. Obviously, doesn't want to let that Adept cause too much trouble. 2 more barracks on the way from Clem after the starport, so we'll begin to Move into some troublemaking right there with the additional racks, our faster stim and everything. Should make a big difference. Depth comes over. Reaper is going to get chased. Just going to be seeing the Depth continue to go down. Depth is going to get that Reaper on the top right side. Cyclone locks onto the Oracle. Pushes that away to the upper right corner. We've still got a Phoenix coming through as well, so that will continue to push through itself to that upper right side. Let's get into that main base and try and see what else is going on. A few Marines come through. The Phoenix will get turned around a little. Again, Stimpack and +1 attack continuing through. There's the Nexus on the third, getting going. And there's Phoenix still kind of chilling out on at the bottom left. So it's going to continue to hang around over there for a few moments. See, Phoenix will be great for map control. He only built one, similar to the last game, where he's not going to go heavy on the Phoenix count, despite that being the oftentimes expectation. So Oracle not finding much, guys, just checking in for a little bit of a tag and then backing out of it. The Oracle continues back down the right-hand side. Just moving across over here. Stimpack, Combat Shield, and +1 all still on the way. So you continue to bring that through for the moment. On upgrades, charge coming through, the extra gates coming out. Obviously with the gates and that charge, you're really looking to be very reliant on these zealots in the next few moments. So we'll see what comes of that. I've opened up this bottom side of the map, which is very fun as well. So that's going to be another cute little addition. Units still moving across. The Oracle and the Phoenix still moving about a little bit. In that upper right side, trying to see what it is that they can get up to, if anything at all. And yeah, just going to be seeing the Phoenix, Oracle joining up together. The 1-1 upgrades and that charge continuing to come through as well. So just bringing a little bit of everything in at once right now as Marauders, Marines, Compulsive Shells, Widow Mines, Medivacs. You know that Clem wants to get aggressive, but can you get aggressive into this amount of charge shots? Taking 4 bases, that's where Harstem is at, because he's only playing off of 4 gas. He's got a lot of mineral income. He's just building zealots. And he has started to increase that Phoenix count as well. So, I mean, Phoenix Charge is a more popular kind of composition. He just really wanted to focus on getting the charge and the zealot count up, and now he's going to start working his way through those Phoenix numbers. So, getting those ready is Clem. Pushes out a little. Not going to go too far, though. Turns it back around to the top. All of these value units continue through. T2 coming up again. Robot Facility and the cannon continue to build. Our Nexus still on the way. +1 armor coming up on the engineering bay. We do see the Oracle dropping down a Revelation. Just going to see this army of Clem continue to push through to the center. Nexus Robo Facility, +2 attack, +2 armor. Needs to come through. Hope this army continues to come by as another Revelation just drops into place for the moment. Biosol comes over. Phoenix and an Oracle taking some shots. Bio can go up this ramp. Couple of Zealots will take some hits. Bio will fight. Just going to see a stim coming through. Widow Mines will set up perhaps as the Medivacs will unload again. Probes going down already, and we do just have ourselves the T2 upgrades continuing in. The extra Zealots still building. This army of Clem just sitting down the ramp. More Zealots coming across. Heading down the bottom left-hand side. Widow Mine blows up initially. Rest of this Bioforce still coming over. Super Battery activates. I mean, Clem is just dealing damage and draining the battery. Now he actually kills the Super Battery. Good force fields, though. Can you engage into that? You're just about out of reach of the mine, so kind of. Zealots in the center are going to hold up some Bio, though it's not exactly the prettiest position for them. so that's not exactly going to be great either as we continue to go down into this fight. Harstem engaging in. The Widow Mines obviously do blow up, and with reinforcing bio, it starts to look as though Clem may just have a few too many units. Continues up this ramp. The pylon will go down with pretty great speed. More bio coming across, more Zealots going down. I think this one really is getting to the point where it is more or less just done and dusted, guys. Don't think there's much else to add on about it. And as we continue to trade and fight, Harstem will just have to GG. Anytime you're pulling the probes in is not exactly a pretty time for Protoss in a PvT. And as such, GG is called. Clem takes